Hey guys, welcome to the man cave down here. This is where I do the brunt of my work, reading, thinking about hunting, dialogue, everything basically hunting related. This is where most of it starts, at least. So, as you can tell, I'm bringing back the Whitetail Minute videos. I'm going to start calling them Whitetail Minutes. You may have already caught on that, and good for you if you had noticed. Basically because my Whitetail Minutes always ran over. So I'm just going to start calling them Whitetail Minutes. I'm going to try to bring you one every month at least to keep it, I may do more, but I will promise to at least try to do one a month. One of the things I wanted to bring back in 2016 that people really liked were just quick thoughts, quick things coming off my head. So the thing that I wanted to share today kind of touches back to a short video I posted on Facebook a while back about how there's so much dialogue and at times disagreements and arguments between habitat guys, deer hunters in general, or anything. And as you can tell by the title of this Whitetail Minutes, there is never a stopping point for our learning when it comes to the whitetail deer that we pursue. There's never too much knowledge to be had, and there's nobody out there that knows everything. If that's the biggest thing I can stress to anybody watching this, is the simple fact, nobody out there has all the answers for your property, for your specific deer. Every single deer will react to things differently. They're just like humans in that case. Are there tendencies and dominant traits that deer have, and almost all of them will exhibit it in some fashion? Sure. But I can't walk into your property and treat it like it's mine. Every single property has a communication with the deer, and the deer utilize it in a way that is different. It may not be different, if you were to put it on a scale of percentages, maybe the deer are 99% the same as mine, but there's still that 1% where, maybe they don't like certain things. Maybe they don't like a hard hinge cut border. I highly doubt it, but maybe they don't. Or maybe it's just a simple fact that, one of the biggest things that is different from property to property is what the deer desire to eat and browse. A lot of that depends on what the native forage to their area is providing them. What's the browse content? What are area farmers, hunters putting in food plots? What are they planting? Brassicas may do awesome at my one property. It may be terrible at your property. Sometimes it takes deer a while to get used to them. Just anything like that. Some deer love to bed on pine needles. Maybe you put down pine needles in your created bedding area and nothing happens. You take them out, you put leaves down, and they bed on them. You just don't know. But there are things, and I think all those things do enhance the habitat for the deer in your area. And I think that's the biggest stress point that I try to illustrate and get across to hunters is you just want to enhance what the deer already want to do, and you want to make them more huntable. I don't even know if that's a word, but you want to make them more huntable for you. But you don't want to just stop what they already want to do. I think of it in a way like, if there's a trail that the deer have utilized for years on your property, you probably don't want to just slam cut, break that thing off. What I would recommend is bouncing them off of that trail into your property if that's what the issue is. Maybe they're leaving your property using that trail. Maybe bump them, steer them down and around so that way it takes them longer and they're on your property longer, but you still allow them to travel the way they want to go. It's just like now you're basically acting as Mother Nature, and there was a storm and now there's some trees down across and they've got to go 50 yards to the one direction. Whatever it may be. But I'm getting off track. But all of that was good knowledge. Hopefully you learned something from it. But what I want to talk about today is literature. I think a big thing that a lot of habitat guys do, I'm a big fan of guys like Jim Ward, Bill Vail, Jeff Sturgis, Jim Brocker, Jake Ellinger, all those guys and many more are guys that I watch, read. I watch their shows if they're online. Grant Woods, I forgot about him. I think he's a good one. I think he's got some good stuff. But yeah, I watch what they provide. I read what they provide. And I don't ever claim to know it all, and I'm never going to. So I'm going to keep reading. And guys ask me, what is one book, Ty, that you would recommend for any hunter out there? Well, any hunter, no topic specific discussion. I'm going to recommend Bill Vale's Taking Pressured Trophy Whitetails. Bill hunts in Michigan, which most of us hunters know is one of the most populated hunting states as far as like hunter density. So the deer there are highly, highly pressured. And you know, guys that hunt in Indiana, Michigan, and areas like that, our hunting is totally different than a lot of the guys that you watch on videos, online shows, guys that make the websites, you know, that make the Primos videos, guys that are on the Hunt channel, things of that nature. You know, they're hunting highly unpressured deer when compared to some of the deer herds that we hunt. You know, just my experience going out to Kansas, now it's been 2 years ago, I was astonished at how, not like non-scent conscious the deer were, and not how non-scent conscious my good friend was, but he was like, you know, you don't have to worry about that quite as much, it seems, because he knew my scent regiment, he knew everything, and he even said, like, you know, I'm not quite that anal, and I have deer walk all the way up and underneath my tree. And I mean, I can remember countless times having encounters with deer that were downwind of me or looked right at me. I mean, it was like they weren't pressured. They didn't fear humans to the same extent, it almost seemed like. So it was just a different type of deer that you were hunting. Same tendencies, same things like that. You know, they still utilize trails the same way, approach scrapes from the same direction predominantly, things of that nature, but just a different deer herd altogether. And in my opinion, if you can hunt pressured deer, you can hunt anywhere. So that is one of the books that I recommend to everybody. Just a basic hinge cutting literature, I would recommend Jim Brocker's ebook that he has. Look up Extreme Habitat, I think it is. There should still be a link on the website. I've been revamping the website and it may have accidentally got deleted, but that'll be on there. If it's not, it's usually on the home page to the right side at the top. You know, in my collection, I've got a lot of the Eberhart books. I've got a lot of the Jeff Sturgis books. I print out numerous articles online. Basically, guys, never stop seeking knowledge in the whitetail world. And yes, you're going to find guys that contradict each other. And what you got to do is kind of sift through that, ask questions, have dialogue with other hunters, seek out advice, and just never stop. That is how you become a better hunter, and that is how you become a successful, more consistently successful hunter. And you begin to see your work having fruit. And that's what it's all about. You know, none of us are going to be, at least if you're like me, you know, you're probably never going to be some hunting celebrity. You're never going to make it on the Hunt channel or things of that nature. You just want to have a better hunting property, whether it be one that you own, you have a lease for, or you have permission to do things on. So that's the Whitetail Minutes for right now. This was really long, probably about who knows how long. I can't even see the camera to see what it says, but I apologize for that. I'm actually now getting ready to head to the swamp property, and I'm going to do some shed hunting, pull cameras, and do some videos there as well. So keep an eye out on the website, Facebook, and again, thank you for everything that you guys do. I'm really looking forward to this year, making this less of a job and more of a passion, and hopefully that will show through my videos. So once again, I thank you for your support. If you can, always share these videos, share the website, do everything that you can to make small acre hunting successful, because I really do appreciate it, and you guys mean the world to me. Thank you, and God bless.